Good morning. Welcome to the Kehillat Shari Torah Halacha Minute for Wednesday, January 27th. We're finishing up our conversation about shoes, different points about shoes in Halacha and Minhag, in Jewish law and custom. We have a general rule that we do not put on or remove two items of clothing at once. So if you have a shirt and a sweater on, the halacha suggests removing first the sweater and then taking off the shirt rather than pulling them off at the same time. So what about galoshes and shoes? He mentions the Talmudic reference in Tractate Horayot, which says that we refrain from donning two items of clothing at the same time. But the poskim, however, say that shoes are not included in this prohibition because they're not considered garments. So you can put on shoes and overshoes, galoshes, at the same time. There is no prohibition of lo yilbash, of lo silbash, that men and women should not wear each other's clothing. No prohibition with regard to rain shoes, overshoes, galoshes. So if a man finds rain shoes that belong to a woman, he's allowed to wear them with no concern for this prohibition. There is an idea that people talk about of refraining from wearing the shoes of a person who passed away. It's actually from Sefer Hasidim that we've spoken about a few times in the past here and there. Rabbi Judah the Pious, Rabbi Yehuda HaChassid of Germany in the 12th century, says that one should not wear the shoes of a person who passed away. Some say the reason is because it might cause the wearer to dream about the deceased person coming to claim his shoes. It'll spook you out a little bit. Many interpretations about exactly which kind of shoes and which kind of person we're talking about. Rabbi Moshe Feinstein says that it means shoes of a person who the cause of their death is unknown. There's a possibility that perhaps the person succumbed to a contagious disease, and that might be transmitted by wearing his shoes. If one can ascertain that the person did not suffer from any such disease, then one could wear his shoes. According to some poskim, you're allowed to wear the slippers of a deceased person as well. Many people, however, avoid it. One should not wear leather shoes while your feet are wet. The custom today is to be lenient because we wear socks and wet feet are not in direct contact with the shoes. It would seem that one should not wear shoes over wet socks, however. Okay, and the last point here is that some people do not walk around the house without shoes. They wear slippers, house shoes, na'alei bayit, all the time because mourners, we should know from such things, avelim are people who walk around with no shoes, and we do not want our conduct to imitate that of avelim. No one should know from such things. Everybody should have simchas and long life and good things. Just remind everybody that tomorrow, Thursday, is Tu B'Shvat, the 15th day of Shvat, the new year for the trees, as we discussed in our talk last Shabbos and also in the email from last week. This afternoon, Wednesday afternoon, we refrain from saying Tachanun, and there is also no Tachanun tomorrow. As a special celebration, there will be a Tu B'Shvat Seder, a little bit of an innovation, a little something fun that was cooked up in the last couple of hundred years by our dear friends, the mystics, the Kabbalists. So we'll get into that conversation a little bit. If you would like to join us, you are more than welcome. There was a Zoom link in last Thursday's email. You can click on that tonight at 8 o'clock and join us. If you have any food that has the bracha of ha'etz, Borei Peri ha'etz, in other words, an apple, an orange, a clementine, a pear, or tree nuts, anything but peanuts pretty much, or all the other things that are listed in last week's email, you can bring them, and together we'll celebrate and make a bracha and eat them. If you have some of the other fun and hard to find ones, maybe the ones that the land of Israel is blessed by, the pomegranate, the olive, the date, the fig, and so on. Grapes, wine is okay, and also at this Seder you can have scotch and beer. So there you have it, quite a Seder. Everyone's welcome to join us. If you don't have any of these foods, please come along anyway and spend a little bit of time with us talking about Tu B'Shvat and the importance of trees and the importance of celebrating whenever we get the chance in Judaism. So that's 8 o'clock tonight. Tomorrow, again, Tu B'Shvat, and we omit Tachanun this afternoon in Mincha and all day tomorrow. Happy New Year, trees.